Well, hello, my friends. I am so excited to be here with Lindsey Kortan. She is the Executive Chief Officer, the CEO, Ronald McDonald House Charities of Omaha. Lindsey, thank you so much for joining me.
It's my pleasure to see you, Andy, of course.
Yeah, it's so great to see you too. It's been a while. Um, well, let's talk about Ronald McDonald House Charities of Omaha. And let's just first talk about the organization itself. Who do you serve? Because we're going to be talking about an exciting event coming up in August. But let's start about the organization.
Sure. The house is an actual home. We have room for 40 families who are all visiting us because their child can't get the care that they need in their hometown. So they have to travel to one of the facilities in Omaha to receive treatment. We typically see the most critically ill children who
Yeah.
stay with us, who truly don't have anywhere else to go. And so when they come home from the hospital or whatever treatment they're on, wherever they're at, this is where they come home to. So it's not just a room, it's a facility full, not even a facility, it's a home full of
Yeah.
wraparound support. So it's dinner every night, it's a stocked pantry, it's programming for with everything from tutoring to dance recitals to therapy dogs. And we really embrace the entire family. And we believe that every family going through it is experiencing some kind of trauma, no matter how many times you've been to stay with us. And so we take that very seriously in providing connection in a way that that really helps aid in the healing process
Yeah.
for the whole family.
So how many families do you have staying there at any one given time?
So at any time, we can have up to 40 families.
Okay.
So we typically have between 20 and 30, and the stays could be overnight with a
Mm.
cochlear implant from Boys Town. It could be 15 months with a transplant.
Wow.
It could be, a year for cancer treatment. It just depends on whatever the diagnosis is, and we are available throughout that entire process.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine being a family that you have to be um honestly anywhere probably for more than 2 to 4 weeks. I mean, and you're talking months and months and sometimes over a year where either your child is there and you can't be with them all the time, or you're actually there, that it's just a completely different life for that time being and even
Well,
afterwards.
you have to uproot your whole life and come
Yeah.
here. And oftentimes there's still life going on back at home. So really understanding, all of a sudden maybe you had maybe dad is here and mom stayed back. And so that any roles that might have been traditional have now been flipped. And now, so everyone's kind of going through living life in a completely different way that is hyper focused on saving their child. So really that's where we come in to support that family through this
Yeah.
transition. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Just I mean, so important. Well, let's move on. Let's talk about Wings and Wheels. This is such a fun event. It's a little bit earlier this year. It's in August, but what is Wings and Wheels? I'll let you say it. You tell it.
It is a great time. It just to sum it up perfectly. We host Wings and Wheels inside of a private airplane hangar. It's on the backside of Epley, and inside we've got private jets and luxury supercars. So Lamborghinis, Porsches, Ferraris, like you're a car person, this is the spot for you. You can go check out private jets and all of these cars. We also usually have models from Develop Model Management showcasing one of the designers from Omaha Fashion Week. We've got vendors from all over town who choose
Yeah.
to give small bites. So that's what you get to eat. And you get to try all these different restaurants while you're there. There's plenty of alcohol to drink and not alcohol if you're not into it. We have a great auction and raffle. And it's just a really good time. And it's a unique way to spend your evening that's a little bit different than kind of a sit down dinner and things like that.
Yeah. And I mean, people that are coming, I mean, it's not like black tie or anything, but it's stylish and fun and festive.
Well, we did this last year and it was so fun that we're doing it again this year. So
Okay.
the theme is Studio 54 Disco.
Okay.
So
Oh,
everybody is dressed to that theme and it is outstanding.
yeah.
And I love everyone's variation of what disco means.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay. How fun. Um,
Yeah,
so the date for this event is
August 11th.
okay, August 11th. And where can people buy tickets?
Online, rmhcomaha.org is the best spot to grab tickets. You can buy a couple of tickets, you can get a table. If you've got a company that wants to bring an entire table full of people and wants to do a larger sponsorship, there's some benefits to that too.
Yeah.
All of those opportunities are available online.
Yeah. Again, this is an event that you don't want to miss. It's so much fun. Um, I love themed events. It's just an attempt, to have when you've got kind of a theme, it's fun to go with it. And that is a great thing. Um, okay. All right. I actually want to come back to talk about the organization and what are some ways that people can help contribute, donate. I know you have the whole cooking thing that I love. So talk about that.
Sure. So there's a number of different things that really help. So we're a house, just like any other house. So anything that would be beneficial in your house is going to be beneficial in our house. So we have a program every night where we have a different volunteer group who comes and makes meals and shares a meal with all of the families who are staying here. We've got individuals that do it, businesses that do it, groups that come in and do that. And we are booked most nights. And so that's something that's always a possibility. We've got certain projects around the house, just like you would around your house, that we always need help with. And if giving the time isn't something that makes a lot of sense, we also have a list of wish list items that you would
Yeah.
need in your house too. We always need batteries and plastic bags and diapers and things like that. And if that's not your flavor, it costs us about $120 a night per room per family.
Wow.
So some people are able to donate to a specific room. So you can do that and say, I want to support whatever family is staying in room 205, for example. And we have a lot of
Yeah.
really generous philanthropists who help out in that way too. So, and I think it's important to note that while we are a global organization, every dollar, every in-kind donation, every paperclip that we get, it stays here. If it's donated here in Omaha,
Yeah.
it stays here. And that also goes for all of the canisters that you see at the McDonald's drive-through. When you drop your
Okay.
change in there or you round up, that all comes back directly to this house. It doesn't go anywhere else.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I didn't even think about that. So, yeah, I know there's so many ways for people, like you said, to give back, whether it's your time, whether you want to buy some items. That's always fun, if you're out with a family member or kids or whatever, and you're buying, toys or whatnot, or the financial. I think those numbers, what was it, 120?
120 per day per family.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So that just, I
yeah.
mean, that puts a lot of things into perspective too on, you've got 20 to 30 families, sometimes probably more staying there every night. So, well, here we are. So June, the event's a couple months away. Anything else happening that we should know about before I let you go?
Yes, I would like to share with you a little something.
Sure.
So right after the event, and we're going to invite everyone at the event to come. So there's a little teaser for it.
Okay.
We are actually in the midst of doing two projects at once that will commence, and we'll do a small grand opening on the same day on August 19th. So right after the event, we've got, we're opening up, we're deciding on the name. So it's going to be a program where people can come to receive all of the benefits that have sort of been outlined in positive social determinants of health. So good nutrition and exercise
Mhm.
and connecting with other people and finding your sense of purpose. So we're going to open an entirely new place in the house where kids can have a playground that's indoors. We can have a little smoothie bar. You can have your
Oh my
weaving
goodness.
chair with counselors. We're partnering with a home health company called Option Care, who's going to be they'll have their own infusion space. So kids can have their infusions done on right inside the Ronald McDonald house,
Okay.
as opposed to having to go to the hospital anymore. The
Wow.
inside is themed as the base of the rainforest. So we're having some trees installed inside of this space. And then outside, we're pulling all of it out and I know that you love walking, so I
Yeah.
know you're going to love this. But we designed an interactive walking trail to go around the perimeter of the house.
Oh my
You go
goodness.
around 4 times, it's a mile. There's places to climb, there's music. We're going to have art, there's gardens. We have a reflexology path. And for those who don't know what that means, that just means you take your shoes off and you walk on some rocks. And it's really beneficial. So we're having all of those things, and we will be ready to showcase this to the world on August 19th.
Oh my gosh, Lindsey, that is so exciting. And oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that. Having that a part of everything that you do and the organization does, that impact, I mean, that has to impact, and it impacts the healing process and the care process and the health process. I mean, our bodies being in that kind of environment and having access to those types of things, it's possible that things are going to move along quicker than if you didn't have them. I mean, I'm not a
That's the
doctor,
hope. That's the
but
hope, right?
yeah,
And there's so many things that are out there right now that show that there's data to back up the way
yeah,
that we're connected. And if we're able to find a way to connect with each other, then physically our health all improves. And
yeah,
it's done in there's words for it in other cultures. In Western culture, we're just now catching up with the term social determinants of health. But the
yeah,
Maori tribe in New Zealand, it's called Whanangatanga. In other cultures, it's called Mitzi and Matzi. Like, there's just a bunch of words
yeah,
for it that we're just now coming on board with. National Geographic identifies it as part of the blue zone. So we're intentional about creating the
yeah,
infrastructure to support that idea.
yeah. And also just, yeah, again, being away from home, and having that kind of environment to tap into and to be in, is just absolutely amazing. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm putting that date on my calendar. Uh,
Yeah, we would love to have you,
yeah,
Andy. Maybe we'll have you speak even.
yeah. Just let me know.
Perfect.
Well, Lindsey, oh my God, so great to see you. Thank you for joining me. Again, check out Ronald McDonald House Charities online, but don't forget Wings and Wheels on August 11th, and then this big grand opening on August 19th. So,
Awesome.
yeah. All right, Lindsey, thanks again.
Thanks, Andy.
And folks, don't go away. We will be right back.